All right, we are live. Play some game. Let's start a new game. Do.
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Oh, I can drive.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. That's not my title. Shit. Where's my restream? Let them all at the same time. What the? Oh, wait. Firefox. Yeah, that's what I use. Ugh. Anyways. I can just update all of them. Bit of a pain here. Why aren't you showing Kona? Um, this. I'm a really unprepared streamer this time. There you go. All right, we're cooking now. All right, it's a go. Should I move any of this stuff around? Well, we'll see once we get the game. Sure, I'm not burning anything too important up.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Right.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed
No.
here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
I mean, I've been here like 2 seconds, to be honest. Okay. Here. Good. Okay. Ooh. Can't read any of that. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this is just a flyer. I really care about. I take this map. That seems important. I have a map. There we go. Alright, that's cool.
Hamilton no doubt knew who managed the barrier. Carl wanted to give him a call, but that would have been too easy though, as sure enough the line was acting up.
Yeah, got an empty bottle. Hell yeah. He's like, luchadors? We're in Canada. I'm just not paying enough attention. Yep. Okay. We got fire starters, got those thingies. So leave the duels.
Emperor Duplessis, in spite of his conservative agenda, did a good job in colonizing the rural north, which
Just
helped to
trying to give me
re-establish the
XP
region as an integral part of the province of Quebec. The blue fleur-de-lis could be seen fluttering in the wind here and there, taunting the red Canadian flags on the other side of the province's boundaries. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business. William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
Alright, so where am I? Where am I going?
The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people.
Cree?
Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man.
Oh shit. He dead. Super dead. Super dead. Right? That's the end of the game. Nope.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Where all this snow come from? And that's part of the mystery.
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
It's a bit. Ooh. Hello.
Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about flowery language.
Yeah, sure. Is that it? Alright. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, give me that.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Yeah. I remember this place. Did play for maybe 30 minutes a while back. Right.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Damn. No longer, my boy. How did I? Be consumable. Take that. Matches, fire starters, good. Nice warm fire.
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures.
Take 3 just to be safe. I don't know if we need 3 waste. I don't know. We're gonna take it. There's nothing up here. Alright. I'm gonna say. In the boat. Fire. Let's get warmed up again and we'll hit the road. But I'll wait and get my little brain thingy up. Yes, excellent. It is online. Streaming to a lot more people than me. I'm streaming. Oh. My choice though, you know. I like people watching. Positive laws. Give some space. Oh, we'll keep all this other stuff that looks. Okay. Where the shit are we supposed to be going? Okay, so we keep going up this way. Looks like there's a gas station. We just keep following the road here. We'll do that.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes, the Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
These Cree people.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Okay. Take your time, game. Okay. There's a general store.
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit. Something fell to the bottom of the box. Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer.
Dead. Oh,
he had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
All right. So, pictures of the dead guy. this.
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
What's and do I just a quick roll thing? UASD, of course. Get tab my inventory. Your shortcuts. Alright. Cancel. Is there a key that master that? I don't know. I want my inventory to be. Correct. X. Do all that. I want to see what tab is for. Oh, it's for packing or storing items, whatever. Yeah, I can live with that. I just prefer place. I think we're good with that. Tools. But we should have done some. I can't use my mouse buttons. Shitters. Really? Oh wait, wait. Mouse, yeah, I gotta do it over here. I get it. And I don't. Can't use it. Doesn't work. That just put up a J. Why do I need that on? Need to this shit around there. Change. These things are located. Not so much. Let's change our bindings. Just have to be fancy, don't I? Feel that. What? Okay. That shit just doesn't work, right? Is that? I didn't know. Oh, I'm such a moron sometimes. Or all the times. I don't know. Probably all the times. try this again. Okay. Got that. Place is a mess. Thanks. Top notch. Doing here.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Right. Broken clock. How can Jeez.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though. Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see. A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs. The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy. The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time. Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears? Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one. Hate was in the air. Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
I've been muted this entire time. Interesting. Oh, wait. There are the pliers I need. Hardware. Something. Good. We get in this car? What do we do with this car? Should I go fix it later, I guess? Oh.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift.
Guess we need
Notwithstanding
crowbar.
Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Yeah. Let's see. It will. Okay. We should have lights in here, right? Oh. Ah, could be light. How's everything? So, turn on the switch. Don't need to do much. Okay. Did not turn on as much as I thought I did. What am I missing here? That's on, is it not? Why isn't it? Okay, kind of confused a little bit. Oh, okay. Kind of working, I guess. Now I can fill up my car. Turn that shit off. It's a great song, but you know, it's getting kind of old. Still need to get that crowbar, I guess. Should fill up the tank. Okay, apparently we don't want hardly any gas. Gas can? Nope, don't have a gas can. Can't do that. Alright.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
I'm not even sure what you just said, so I don't think I know how to find whoever you just said. Go on.
A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already.
I don't know why you'd assume that. Mm-hmm. So does that mean now I can go get the crowbar? Good. So, any other lights or? Oh. Hello.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Yeah, bring me I'm this back. Alright, so now what? What is this thing? I didn't realize.
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first. Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn.
The picture. What's over here?
Was the camera faulty, or was there a possible lead?
Review my picture. Review my photos. Hey. Son of a... You're fine then. So, I'm gonna get out my gun if I'm gonna have to fight some doggos. Okay. Outhouse. Anything in there? Nope.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
Yeah, see? The prints are all weird. Following me? I don't know if I need to take pictures of all of these. I don't know. I assume I get more film down the road. Now that looks a man who is just really chill.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be. It looked like a man fossilized in ice. All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams, a cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp.
Oh. Heck, my doggos.
To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
Huh. Okay.
What could these engraved numbers mean?
11.
A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl.
Oh. These kinds of mystery games are fun. No idea what's going on. Apparently I do not want to mess with the wolves though. Of that, you can't be sure.
Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself.
Any other good stuff in here, boy?
That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts, or not.
Yeah, there are mysteries afoot here. Mysteries by the foot. Can I take this with me? What about up here? Let me get warm first. Oof, yeah. About to freeze. Gotta warm my brain up. Very important. Right here. Don't want brain freeze. Sucks. Fun. Okay. Any point to coming up here? Kinda not seeing much up here. Oh shit. Get away from that. My stuff. What is this? Can't even do anything with it. You pickles. What's this? Oh, you're gonna load? You gotta load. Give us a sec. Can't even get it. Alright, well this was a terrible waste of time. Not a huge waste of time, because it only took a few seconds, but still open. Gotta load again. Seriously. Okay though. Not mad. I need to get warm now. Oh, rain sucks. Alright, well I think I've successfully searched this place, so I have a smoke? A smoke? Smoking is cool, I hear.
Carl, like many of his contemporaries, felt like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking.
Oh, that's...
Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
Pretty serious drag there. Alright, now where should we go?
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
Alright, fine. Go back to the store. What other secrets you got, Mr. Store? Apparently you got plenty.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
Place is still a mess. There's unbranded cans. And there's lots of meat. Clock. Turn that back on and miss the song.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Wasn't it playing a tone earlier? Is it tone? I don't know. This is a mess. Wow, thanks for that. Really helped. Yeah, what do you want me to do here, huh? Beat stuff up? What was that combination? Let's do this. Maybe I do have to go up there. Alright, this tire. What's up here? Guess we'll give the garage another look-see. And then if we don't find anything there, we'll go back up to one spot. Oh, okay. Love that song. Favorite. Is it- Oh. Okay. Nothing else really to do in here, I guess. Missing something. Yeah, that's entirely possible. We'll go search that area that I didn't, I thought was pointless. Maybe it's not pointless. I don't know. Oh. Maybe it isn't.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The seeker had sought.
We're gonna get the gun back out. Over here? Box. Treasure map. Okay, so that's a gas station. Think I understand where that is? Huh. Maybe I don't understand where that is? Okay, we'll try and figure that out. I don't know how long, like when the cold kills you, or if it does, how long it takes. Really, really scared being out here. Yeah, we're loading something. It has a lot of loading. What I mean? Is this a place I should be? Cavern. I don't think I'm getting into that. Oh, we're betting, man. Wait, I do have to jump? Oh. Is it just I can't jump inside? Okay. Don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. That's if I had some kind of idea. That's just the road over there, right? Fire. Warmth, I guess I should say. Oh, he's doing great. Alright, I don't... Where's the, documents? Where's the printer? Okay. Start there. It's near a little campsite. Oh, we'll see. Let me get back to the gas station.
Carl wondered how
What's
long he
this?
would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
This, the house? Oh, Aunt Chance's house.
The air was
Whoa.
freezing, right down to the bone.
Okay.
Looks like the holes in that puzzle are there to stay.
Go ahead and start a fire so we're not freezing. Mine is cut. It is ringing.
The otherworldly ice had struck again. The woman's hopes and dreams were frozen in eternity.
Okay, another one of these, huh? Oh.
Something was
You
hidden
hiding?
under the stairs.
You hiding? This is kind of frightening a little bit. It's in a horror game, right?
The man grabbed his rifle. Carl felt a sense of dread in him.
Okay.
Perhaps their spousal relationship had been cooling down lately. It seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house. The vision's veil was lifted, and he was back to reality. A reality in which Giselle, Jill's loving spouse, was motionless, frozen in ice.
Blackmail. Trying to blackmail Hamill. Oh, thank you. Guess we should lock that works. Okay, interesting.
Ah, moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
Are you kidding me?
Carl had seen that kind of safe before. With its double-layered security system blending letters and numbers, its code couldn't be broken by the common burglar.
Am I supposed to know what that is? Clues?
The general store, along with several more infrastructures in the area, had been acquired by wealthy industrialist William J. Hamilton. Perhaps the village should be rechristened Hamiltown. Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachauses had just moved in. A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days. Beautiful portrait of Gilles and Giselle, bound together by the chains of conventional love. A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
Am I supposed to know the code for that? Hmm. 139. That may be part of it? Yeah. Can't be. I don't know where. Oh, I was on the right track. Let's clue in here. Oh, there's first initials. Okay, so it's the first initials that look far enough.
That window had seemingly been left open for a while, Carl thought.
So,
Given the punishing weather, it couldn't have been intentional.
Okay. Brook. Village must be included. Hamilton. First, leave you. It? Okay.
moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
That all there is to this house? Yes. Well, it was interesting. Keep it, I guess. I mean, I don't really know if I need it, but magnets. Think I can combine that with something? Right, wasn't that a thing? Where am I, by the way? Loading again. Alright, let's go. Wait, there's his rifle. Not gonna do me much good, but there it is. So, I... And that was something? 3. It certainly doesn't hold your hand, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Just, you know, interesting. Oh, it find, right? Okay, well, I think we're just gonna save here and back to this at another time. What we'll do. So, no nobody doesn't look like anybody came on the stream, but someone watches this at some point. If you enjoy. If you do like it, sure to follow so you know when I'm going live. And